Whoa! Okay. Before I started recording, we got a rare candy from Appa, which means Appa is now in the range where he can start picking up rare candies using pickup. This is good news. Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we went to Verdant Turf Town to visit Wally, got ourselves the HM for strength, and then went to the north where we fought the Windstrait family. This time, we are going to be heading even further north to do what we're actually supposed to do and continue our journey. It's been a long time coming. By that I mean one episode coming. There we go. Zigzagoon, break that rock, and hello. If you don't raise your Pokemon some more, it could be tough to keep winning up through the ranks. I've heard the Pokemon League's Elite Four are far stronger than any gym leader. That's actually true. Oh, we've just spotted a tough-looking trainer here of all places. Okay, roll camera. Let's get this interview. Let's get this bread, gamer. This isn't an interview. This is a battle. You get them confused. I understand. It's an easy mistake to make. Okay, so this reporter and the cameraman will actually fight you now, which, I mean, at least they'll interact more than just saying to say two all-caps phrases to them, like most of the reporters I've met in my life. Okay, I'm going to send out Summer. I know Summer's way ahead in experience, but that Magnemite is going to take forever to knock out with anything else. And I can't switch out Ingo because it probably has Magnet Pull. Summer's confused now. Just gonna hope we can break through that confusion. Ingo, you didn't need to do that. Why is Ingo going... Oh, Ingo has the Quick Claw. The Quick Claw doesn't give a message when it activates in this game. It's really obnoxious. Like, I wish it could tell me when the Quick Claw is activating so I could, like, affirm that the Quick Claw is, in fact, the best. Summer, Jesus Christ, stop. Ingo. Okay. If both of you hit yourselves, I was going to hit myself. Okay. Tackle. That was great. You know, that was a good hit. Good job. Really. I'm congratulating you, because that was fantastic. You're dead now. Appa grew to level 24. That's great. If only Ingo could get some of that. My eyes didn't lie. I did discover an astonishing trainer. Awesome, awesome. Who are you? I knew we were onto something wild when we spotted you. Oh, please let me explain. We travel around everywhere interviewing all sorts of trainers. So would you give us a bit of your time for an interview? Absolutely. You will? Thank you. Okay, I need to describe your feelings about our battle, but it has to be short and sweet. Go. Preferably in all caps. Feelings about our battle. It was alright. Yeah, that's the perfect clincher. I get the feeling that this will make a great TV show. There's a chance that they'll air this on TV, so make sure to look for us. Okay, we'll be seeing you. No, you won't. You'll never see me again. Okay. Let's switch Ingo to the front. What is Zigzagoon holding now? Antidote, okay. I don't know where you're going, but would you like to battle? That's not a but thing. You just say, I don't know where you're going. And then, new thought, would you like to battle? There was no but required there. Whatever. Got a Shroomish, that's simple. Wait, Effect Spore. Okay. Oh, and it missed the Stun Spore too. You're double worthless. You're disgustingly good. That's what they say. I'm leaving. Okay, hello. I'm full of pep, and my Pokemon is peppy too. Peppy hair, that's what they call him. Can finally fix up this old ship. Sandshrew. Okay. Ingo, Metal Clom. That did so little, and now it's using Sand Attack, and I just don't want any part of this. Future me, cut out this battle. My Pokemon lost its pep. Yeah, because he fainted. Head trauma tends to do that to you. Okay. We head up here. Sandstorm is vicious. It's impossible to keep going, even though it clearly looks exactly the same, just with some extra particles. Whatever. Guess we have to avoid the good music. Route 112 has some new encounters. So here they are. Numel, or Numel. I've always pronounced it Numel, but Numel seems more likely because it's the Num Pokemon. Whatever. Oblivious for an ability is okay on this. Infatuation, again, like with Illumise and Volbeat, isn't very common, but unlike those two, this isn't 100% either gender, it's 50-50, so whatever. Those stats aren't very good, but you have to keep in mind that Numel is a first stage Pokemon. Its typing of Fire Ground gives it a 4 times weakness to water and an added weakness to ground, but a resistance to electric. Not a resistance and immunity, in fact. But those stats are going to be holding it back until it's at level 33. Camerupt, on the other hand, Magma Armor for an ability. Somehow, worse than Oblivious. You are so unlikely to ever be frozen in this game just because of how rare a status condition it is. But, okay. I mean, why would they target you with an Ice-type move anyway, right? It has the same good typing as Numel, and, I mean, those stats aren't awful. It has 100 in attack and 105 in special attack, meaning it can use both of its types to its advantage because Ground is physical and Fire is special. It's going to be doing more damage with Fire-type moves than Ground-type moves, but it also gets a good number of Rock-type moves, and I think it can learn Rest, which is, like, it puts it to sleep, but also heals most of its damage, so yeah, if you're looking for a Fire-type, Camerupt is probably the best you're going to be getting outside of Blaziken. Machop. It's the most generic fighting-type Pokemon of all, and that makes sense because it's pretty much the first fighting-type Pokemon. Guts, as with any other Pokemon I've seen that uses Guts, I will say again, is a fantastic ability. It essentially, instead of having physical attack from burns, doubles it, which is great, especially for a Pokemon like Machop that relies entirely on its attack stat. Its HP isn't that bad either, and its defense is okay enough. It's not going to be holding out for very long on its own, but it evolves into Machoke pretty soon after you get it here. Like, as long as you grind a little bit to keep it up to date with the rest of your team, at least. Machoke has Guts for an ability still, higher attack at 100, which is just a good stat all around. It has 80 in HP and 70 in defense. This means it can take physical hits well, but if you go against a Psychic type using a Machoke, you're probably going to lose. It's not fast, it can't really do anything against Psychic types, it doesn't get Dark moves, and even if it did, Dark type moves are special in this generation, so Machoke can't do much when it's cornered by a Psychic type or really just a special attacker in general. If you have a friend to trade with and evolve it into Machamp, it just becomes a better Machoke, kind of. As you can see, its special defense and its defense are now equal, except it actually has a higher special defense somehow. I don't know how that works, but yeah, it's still not going to be able to take Psychic moves that well, but it can take them a lot better than Machoke could. On top of that, this thing's attack stat at 130 means that it can deal a ton of damage with moves like Brick Break, Dynamic Punch, Rock Tomb, pretty much any generic physical move you'd think of to put on it through TM or anything, it can learn and it can use well. And again, Guts, fantastic ability. I think Numel is definitely my favorite of the Pokemon you can catch around here. Just, I don't know, I just have memories of like the Numel toy. Which is honestly where I get a lot of memories of some of my favorite Pokemon, is just from having like toy versions of them. Numel's not one of my favorite Pokemon, though. It's just, it had one of the most well-made, like, figurines of all those Pokemon they used to make. I don't know if they still make them in, like, the same style or not, but that Numel is really high quality. I also have a Ludicolo, which, I mean, Ludicolo is one of my favorites, so But I think Ludicolo is one of my favorites because of Mirror Bee in Pokemon Coliseum, though. Hence the name Mirror Bee for my Lombre. But, yeah, okay. There goes Machop, and we beat Hiker Man. I lost! Ha 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 ha! You sure did, you loser. Actually, is that Satan? Hey man, is our leader really going to awaken that thing? Sounds like it, yeah, but I heard we need a meteorite to do it. Oh, I get it now. That's why the rest of the crew went out to Fall Arbor. You got it. Until they come back, we're not to let anyone pass, right? Sounds like we need to go to Fall Arbor. Fiery Path! So, there's clearly going to be some new encounters here, as we are already seeing one of the rarer ones. Don't know why Torkoal decided he needed to show up right now. You're not who I'm looking for. This is where I'm planning on getting the last member of my team. Here he is now. Or here she is now. Okay, I'm fine with that. Koffing! I swear it's just a coincidence that Koffing and Zigzagoon are getting Galarian forms while I'm using them on my team. I do not work for Game Freak, but I'm really happy that both of them do, because they both have awesome Galarian forms, although I'm not a huge fan of Zigzagoons personally. Koffing is pretty good. It has good defensive stats and mixed attacking stats, which isn't something you'd expect to see generally from a poison type, and I don't think many people actually know that Koffing and Wheezing do, because people just kind of expect them to be bulky, which they are. They're more bulky than they are good at attacking, but they can attack well too, and I really like that about them. They do a lot of damage really quickly, and I don't know, that's what not really quickly, they're actually really slow, but that's just something I like to see in a Pokemon. Poison Gas Pokemon. Getting up close to a Koffing will give you a chance to observe through its thin skin the toxic gases swirling within. It blows up at the slightest stimulation. That sounds like a good fit for me. Give a nickname to the captured Koffing. Sure. I am planning on naming this Carbon after... Well, I don't think I really need to tell you what Carbon is. I want to go heal, and also get Koffing from the PC. So while I do that, I'm going to let the bios here happen. So I'll see you guys when those are done. Similarly to that Koffing we just caught, we have Grimer. It's kind of the counterpart to Koffing in a way. It's much more specially or physically oriented than it. Grimer's not very good. It has the same weakness as Machoke and Machop in that it can't take special hits very well, but it's not nearly as, like, generic, predictable, that whole situation. No, my issue with Grimer really comes in when you look at its stats and then look at the level at which it evolves. It doesn't evolve into Muck until level 38, meaning you're going to be stuck with these stats for a long time. Like, level 38 is close to endgame levels. So, yeah, if you're willing to put up with that weight, by all means, go for Grimer. If you were willing to go through that slog that is training a Grimer to its evolution, Muck is better. 105 in its HP, attack, and 100 in its special defense. That is not bad at all. It can take a ton of hits, and it can deal decent damage using poison-type moves, since that's a physical type in this generation. Between the two abilities, it really just depends on what you're looking for. Stench, when the Pokemon is in the front of the party, makes wild Pokemon appear less often. It doesn't work as well as the Repel items do, but it does lower the chance of wild Pokemon appearing. Sticky Hold just makes it so moves like Thief, Covet, or Knockoff can't get rid of a Pokemon's items. It's good either way. My only real issue is just how long you have to wait in order to get a Muck in this game. Surprisingly, one of the rarer Pokemon in the Fiery Path, we have Torkoal. Torkoal's really strange. Like, It can take physical hits extremely well. It has one of the highest defense stats in the game, higher than Weezing. The issue is just how slow it is. Like, that attack and special attack stat, those aren't terrible. It's so slow that it rarely gets those off, and it's weak to water, which is a special type, and its special defense is only 70 in comparison to that 140 defense. Its ability is fantastic. White Smoke is essentially the same as Clear Body, which is what we saw in Tentacool earlier in the series, where it just can't have its stats lowered at all. Really, Torkoal would be a lot better if it was faster, but it's a turtle. I love the thing's design, so I would use it for that alone if I didn't choose Torchic. Slugma has a very, very similar issue to Grimer. Its stats aren't the worst in the world, similar to Grimer, especially for a first stage evolution. And if you got this thing later in the game, it would be passable to have this for like a tiny bit until it evolves. But just like Grimer, it doesn't evolve until level 38. What is with these slime-based Pokemon not evolving until level 38, and them showing up this early in the game? It doesn't make sense. It also has the same issue as Torkoal, where it has a very low speed stat, but unfortunately it also doesn't have the defenses to back it up because of that. So, yeah, if you want a worse Torkoal, Slugma's the way to go. Magcargo's also not very good. It's more comparable to Torkoal, but, I mean, it has a worse defense and special attack stat, and a worse speed stat. This thing's inferior to Torkoal in every way. Okay, to be fair, if you are breeding, if you're getting Pokemon from eggs frequently in this game, both Magcargo and Slugma have Magma Armor or Flame Body for an ability. Both of these abilities make it so eggs hatch faster. I'm not sure if this started in Generation 3 or Generation 4, Future Me will put that on screen, but if you're breeding, these are helpful. Just maybe not in Gen 3, we'll see. Future Me, you know what to do. Okay, yeah, I had to put Summer in the PC because just that wasn't... You need Rock Smash to get to this point, and Summer is just so far ahead. I'm going to go ahead and use this HP up on Appa, since he's the one who has the higher HP stat out of everybody. I don't think I really have anything I want to give to Carbon. I want to spray a Repel, because wild Pokemon are annoying. And here we are back on Route 112. No new Pokemon appear on this side. Get Rossberries here. I believe they cure a burn. Either cure a burn or get you out of freezing. Either way, they're pretty uncommon status conditions, so you're probably not going to need Rossberries that often. Petraberries cure poisoning. I might have already gone over that because Petraberries are some of the more common ones, but yeah. If you couldn't tell by just, like, I guess looking at it, all the berry names in Pokemon are, like, based on actual berries in terms of how they're named. Like, Pechaberry is just peach with its letters mixed up, or Rostberries are strawberries with the straw mixed up. I really actually like that. I think it's, like, it's kind of funny, honestly. Okay, Mirabee. I'm going to be keeping Carbon out in the front just so he can get, or she can get experience. I'm going to have to get used to calling Carbon a she, because Carbon in my test playthrough is a male. But Carbon's one of the few Pokemon on this team that I really don't care about the gender for. And besides, it's going to be nice to have more than one female on the team. So, I think, unless everybody else is male. I know Summer is male, and I don't remember if I think Jet is a female, isn't she? Yes, okay. And so is our HM Slave Zigzagoon, so... I mean, it's close enough to 50-50. Let's get Smog on Shroomish again, we'll just fake out that Numel. Okay, I did okay. I really don't like how many double battles there are around here. Like, there's been an uncomfortable amount of double battles around here. Just gonna keep using Smog. That animation for Smog is really slow. Okay, we also poisoned it using Smog before. The reason I wanted to use Koffing is just because I've never seen anybody use a Koffing in this game. I'm not sure if it's because Wheezing, like, it takes so long for it to evolve into Wheezing, which is something in a lot of bios as of late I've been saying kind of holds me back from wanting to use certain Pokemon. But Koffing just, it's kind of good on its own until it evolves, and I don't know, it can be carried easily by other Pokemon. I guess the same goes for Pokemon I've done in bios, but like, Koffing's the only one that I really care about. I guess that sounds kind of like conceited in a way, but yeah, I mean, Koffing's just my favorite of the Pokemon that take a while to evolve, and it's not so long that it's like unbearable, so I think we'll be okay. I feel like Carbon and Mirror B are gonna get along really well, just because they both have below average stats and are going to take forever to evolve. I'm just gonna use Thief on Numel because Bullet Seed isn't doing enough. I'm gonna switch into Jet so we can do more into that. Oh really? What are you using? Slugma. Oh, you mean that disgusting slug that has terrible stats. Okay. 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 Thief. Okay. Wing attack. Just Thief again. Future me, you can speed up or cut out the rest of this battle depending on how long it is, because even this is getting frustrating even to me, and I'm the one participating. What a bumpy ride that was. I agree completely. Oh, how strong you are. You've given me quite a shock. You shouldn't be shocked about that. It wasn't that surprising. Okay. Oh god, we probably don't have enough items to heal. Start with potions. So that's all Carbon, Mirror B, and Jet need. There we go. Okay. Now we're going places. Okay, if this guy doesn't have any special Pokemon, Future Me, cut out this battle. He doesn't. Cut it out. Oh, Carbon learned Self-Destruct at level 17. Okay. That's a fantastic move. It knocks out the Pokemon at the benefit of lowering the opponent's defense by 2 times, or by 2 stages, and then just nuking them with a 200 power physical attack. I'm not sure if Self-Destruct does that or if it's only Explosion that does, but either way, it's a very strong move. You know what, just for goofs, let's go Self-Destruct. Yeah, there we go. That Makuhita didn't stand a chance. I see you've toughened them considerably. No, actually, I just nuked you. There is much to be learned from your training style. I request a rematch if it behooves you. It will never behoove me, but whatever. I'm going to use Cut here. This house is one of my favorites. Oh dear, dear, aren't your Pokemon exhausted? If you'd like, rest up here. That's a fine idea. You should do that. That's right. Take your time and rest up. Oh dear, dear, are your Pokemon still tired? You should take another rest here. That's a fine idea. You should do that. That's right. Take your time and rest up. This lady will keep you here in an infinite loop if you just keep mashing the A button. This is the worst healing spot in the game, and I love it. Ugh. In search of trainers. Hi, today I'm visiting an area near Route 111. We're trying to spot some up-and-coming new talent in the field. Today we turned our lens on Trainer Winter. There's something about this trainer that piqued our interest. The best way to determine how strong a trainer is, well, the fastest way is to battle, and so we began our investigation. That's how we ended up in battle with Winter. In a dominating performance, we were flattened, rolled up, and tossed aside. Winter is ruthlessly strong. Here's our impressions after having battled our featured trainer. The combination of Combuskin and Aeron was divine. The sight of them, Combuskin and Aeron, selflessly supporting each other in the thick of battle. It was a marvelous sight to behold. Ember was the move the trainer used last in our battle. The move Ember is Combuskin and Aeron's sign of friendship. After our battle, we asked Winter for a succinct summary. The trainer replied, alright. Winter's Pokemon Combuskin and Aeron, and alright. That's deep. There's deep significance behind that quote. It's no surprise. A good trainer has good things to say. That's all for today. See you again on our next broadcast. I said alright because the battle was alright. That's not it doesn't have any meaning behind it. You have to wonder if that's how authors feel when, like, English teachers try to find meaning in things that don't have meaning. What's that? What am I doing? I'm thinking about making my own room here using a Pokemon move. I know, I'll give you this TM. Will you use it to make your own room? Yeah? Find a big tree that looks like it might drop some vines. Use secret power in front of the tree. Some vines should get free and drop down so you can climb the tree. You'll find a lot of space for putting your favorite things. It'll be your own secret room, a secret base. You should make one too. Another thing, you don't always have to make your secret base in a tree. Try using secret power on rock walls that have small indents on them. I'm going to look for other places too. Okay, bye. We'll go over secret bases in the next episode because we've come quite far compared to where we started. Although a lot of that time was just spent in a double battle that I refused to be able to win because I left John in the PC. I'm going to go ahead and teach Carbon secret power over Tackle because it's a better move. That's all there really is to this decision. And, yeah. With that, we've made it all the way here to Route 112, but the secret, or the second end, we met a creepy old lady who's definitely not a kidnapper, and we got a new TM to make some secret bases. So, next time on Pokemon Emerald, we're going to be continuing forward to my personal favorite route in the entire game, and I feel like that goes for most Let's Players I've watched, honestly. See you guys then.